it looks perfect. Hey, I'm Leia and I live with my boyfriend and dog in a gorgeous one-bedroom apartment in Southern California. I have a really weird living space, dining room area, and don't know what to do with it.
You're still working?
My legs are getting tired though.
Oh no, better sit down.
I was already sitting on the futon for a while and it's pretty uncomfortable, so I resorted to this spot, so I'm kind of out of places. My biggest fear is just having too much furniture and making the space feel a lot smaller. We're not sure what to do with the space and how to organize it. Richie, I need your help.
I'm designer Riche Holmes Grant, and I believe that no space is too big or too small to be the perfect oasis. So I'm helping people transform rooms in their home that are in serious need of an upgrade, but they're going to have to put in the work. This is Home Upgrade. Hi Leia, hi Max.
Hey Richie.
I hear that you have a living room that you need my help with. Tell me about it.
It's a nice open space, but it's a little bit unique. We love a multifunctional space with a nice dining area to entertain guests, a comfortable area for them to sleep. We both work from home, so we need it to look good, but also be a great space for us to feel comfortable.
Now tell me about how you work.
I work everywhere.
And I'm usually working at the desk for the most part.
So tell me where you guys typically have your meals.
On the futon or in our bed or out on the patio.
Oh goodness, so we definitely need to fix that. Tell me what you'd like to have.
I would love for a place for my friends to sit and feel comfortable and have a good time.
What do you currently have in the space?
We actually just moved in, so we have a rug and a futon.
Now tell me a little bit more about your design aesthetic.
Definitely modern and clean.
Neutral tones. We don't really want the space to feel too filled up. We're totally fine with the color of the walls, but we would love to spice it up a little bit.
Given what you've told me about the space, we will need to get really creative. How are you at DIY projects?
So-so.
When I put together some chairs for our outdoor area, that took me some hours, but I got it done.
Is there anything that you feel like might be a challenge?
Yeah, the storage might be a challenge.
Are you thinking about adding greenery to the space?
I think it will give the space some life.
Do you have a green thumb?
I'm not so sure.
Okay, got it. So either faux or low maintenance greenery for you. Are you ready to put in the work?
Yes.
Yep, we're ready.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Leia and Max are so worried about cluttering up their space with the wrong items that they haven't committed to any functional items in their space. I want to show them that we can fill their space with functional pieces without creating that heavy, cluttered look that they've been trying to avoid. Leia's living space is a slightly irregular shape, so I understand why she and Max are having such a difficult time figuring out what to buy and where to put it. Leia and Max both want a calm space with colors that they won't get sick of. There's nothing wrong with a neutral color palette. Just be sure to introduce different textures to create visual interest. I'm adding a curtain wall to break it up, as well as a concrete side table and 3D wall art. Leia and Max love minimalism, so everything from the artwork to the floating shelves to the sofa will have clean, modern lines. When choosing a minimalist design aesthetic, pick your key furniture pieces first and leave enough negative space to let those key pieces shine. It's okay to add some accessories to dress it up, but make sure that each item really carries its weight. Leia and Max don't have a dining room table because they were afraid it would feel too heavy in the space. So I selected a light wood dining set with beige cushions and a modern silhouette. Its minimal design keeps the space from feeling overcrowded, but they can still host a dinner party without the guests feeling cramped. Leia and Max both work from home, but don't like working at a traditional desk. I'm adding functional accessories like a mobile laptop workstation that they can use on the sofa, as well as stylish leather desk mats to use at the dining table. That way they can change up their location throughout the day but still have a comfortable, intentional setup. Since Leia and Max need the room to store their camera equipment, I ordered them a large storage cabinet that we can place by the couch. To keep the space feeling light, I selected the cabinet in white with frosted glass doors. So the light from the facing windows should reflect nicely and keep the space feeling bright. Leia and Max mentioned a few times that they don't want anything in the room that they'll get sick of. By putting a wall mural behind the curtain wall, they'll have multiple options for staging the room if they're on a call or have guests over. Here's a tip if you're a renter who can't paint or add wallpaper. Curtain walls are an easy design element to add without a big commitment. Leia wants lots of greenery, but she's realistic about her gardening abilities. So we're going to do a mixture of faux and low maintenance real plants so she doesn't have to stress too much about the upkeep.
We're receiving so many boxes, more than I thought. Pretty nice. Teddy's always the first to try it out. Bubba, you're gonna be so good.
What goes in here, a plant?
It's a snake plant. Okay, as I go down.
Oh, that's your job.
This did not line up.
Oh no. Who's gonna win?
Me.
No. Oh shit. Here you go. Wow. That's awesome.
Hi Leia, it's great to see you again.
Good to see you.
I can't wait to see how your upgrade is coming along. Tell me all about it.
It's been really exciting to unpack everything. We put up the mural. It's a little bit off-center.
And that happens with DIY projects. Sometimes we plan it out in our minds, and when we get it up there, it's not exactly what we envisioned, but we can just roll with it.
I'm just unsure about trying to move it. Do you have any suggestions on that?
First off, don't panic. If you're worried about taking the mural off, we don't have to do that. One thing we can do is extend the curtain rod a few inches over and then shift the curtain panels to take the focus away from the part of the mural that's off center. What else can I help with?
The floating shelves. We're having trouble finding studs on one side or if we need to use an anchor.
When you do find your studs, you're just putting regular screws. When you have drywall, that's when you use the anchor. So make sure that you're using the correct piece for each part of the wall. One thing that is super helpful is to make an outline with painter's tape of where the shelf should go so that you won't have an issue when you're actually hanging.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How are you feeling about getting the rest of the projects done?
I feel good. It's just there's a lot going on between work with Max and I and traveling for work too.
Definitely divide and conquer. So your strengths may be Max's weaknesses and vice versa, and make sure you capitalize on that. You don't have to work on every project together.
Perfect, we will do that.
Well, I can't wait to see the finished look.
Same.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
How's it going? Is it coming together?
I'm just getting what I can done.
You got it.
It's gonna look great.
I'm excited to see it.
We'll see you when you get back. These projects have really taught me a lot about DIY, and I'm gonna be so excited to be able to use this space and work here every day. I am just excited for it to all come together.
Hi Leia, today is the big day. How are you?
Good, how are you? I'm so excited.
I'm excited too, but I noticed that Max isn't there with you.
He's out of town again for work, but his handyman work on this apartment is here in spirit.
Okay, great, because I can't wait to see it.
Here we go.
Whoa, Leia, look at what you did with the space. space. I love it.
We are so happy with how it came together. It fits both of our styles. The living room, it's so bright, but also has this really warm, comfortable, inviting feeling. I have been loving the curtain wall. We used your trick with moving the curtain rods and it looks perfect. With my content creating, it's so awesome to have different backgrounds available to me, but it's also a really great focal point in the space. I honestly love this more than if we painted, and the texture wood art piece. That's something that I've never seen before, but it definitely adds a lot.
What was the most challenging part of the process?
The floating shelves, that one was a little bit tricky. Now that they're finally up and decorated, they look amazing. I love that black iron frame around them.
Let's talk about the dining space.
I love the table. It gives me so much room to kind of spread out. I love how light and bright everything is with really clean lines. The one thing though about having light furniture is every time we walk the dog, we've now had to make sure to wipe his feet off. There was one time he jumped on the couch and got some paw prints on there.
Definitely something you want to make sure you do when you have light furniture and pets and or small children. Have you had a chance to have friends over in the new space yet?
The other weekend I had some girlfriends over. It was so nice to sit around and enjoy each other's company. I've also had one of my friends sleep on the couch and she said it was really comfortable. We definitely checked all of the boxes on our list.
You are a minimalist. It's always tricky. You know, you don't want to do too much.
That was our biggest fear. But now that everything is in here, it still feels very minimal, clean.
That's exactly what I wanted for you. And Max too.
He could just stay here. It's hard for me to even get him to go run errands with me because he feels so at home and comfortable in this space.
Oh, that just warms my heart to hear. Leia, I'm so proud of the work that you guys put in. We checked all of the boxes with this space. So I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I want you to go off and enjoy your space.
Thank you so much. We honestly could not have done this without you. So grateful for all of your help. I love having multiple workspaces. It's so nice to be at the table, be a little bit more formal, but if I want to get a little bit more comfortable, it's so nice to be able to come and work on the couch. And then at the end of the day, I just get to fold everything up and take off.